Thank you all for being here. This is, I can't tell you what annual contest, writing contest, but was holding a writing contest of some sort for more than 100 years. It started with the Women's Club sponsored poetry contest. And it has in recent years been programmed by the Friends of the Chicago Writers Center, which is a community group associated with the literary arts section of the Department of Education. But it is not typically an institution, organization, a community organization, and you're all welcome to join. The way that the contest works is we have 3 age and 2 writing categories, prose and poetry. Our judges every year are professional writers and teachers. Most of them have previously been writers in residence or instructors in the Writers' Festival workshop, which this year was at a different name, I believe, and for both. There are 2 endowed first place prizes. The first one is the Mary Jean Yearning Poetry Prize for the first place in adult poetry. Some of you may have known Mary Jean. She was a writer who, with her seminary professor, husband Paul Arian, spent 40 summers in Chicago. In 1988, Mary Jean became the founder and the first director of the Writers' Center at Chicago Institution. The center was initially housed in their home on Miller Avenue and was staffed by volunteers. And it was independent of the institution for its first 20 years of existence. By 2008, the institution had taken over the CLSC, had renovated Alumni Hall, and then the Writers' Center was incorporated into this newly created literary arts center, which we all know is right on the other side of the road. The second endowed prize is the Charles McCorkle Hauser First Place Prose Prize, which was established for the best adult story, essay, memoir, or other example of strong creative short prose. Chuck Hauser was a foreign correspondent for UPI and later a longtime editor of the Providence Journal Bulletin, which is still in existence and is known as the Providence Journal, said to be the longest running daily newspaper in America. In 1985, Chuck made national news in a First Amendment case in which he was actually sentenced. After his retirement, he attended workshops in the Chicago Writers' Center, and in the early 2000s, he joined the Writers' Center board. So this year, we are very honored to have our judges who have come here many times over the years. Prose judge, Kristen Kovacic, lives in Pittsburgh and has taught writing at all levels, including in the graduate programs of Chatham University and Carlow University, and many, many times here in the Writers' Center, she has been a workshop instructor. Kristen has won multiple awards during her career, including the Pushcart Prize and the Orison Books Spiritual Literature Prize. Her essays have appeared in Slate, Cello Review, Belt Magazine, and most recently in the newest Chicago Journal. Her books include an essay collection called History of My Breath, a poetry chapbook, House of Women, and an anthology titled Birth, a Literary Companion. Our poetry judge, Jim Daniels, happens to be married to Kristen. He is a native of Detroit and now lives, of course, in Pittsburgh, where he is the Thomas Stockholm Baker University Professor Emeritus of English at Carnegie Mellon University. He's currently teaching in the Alma College Low Residency MFA program. Jim has authored over 30 collections of poetry, 7 collections of fiction, 4 produced screenplays, and he has a collection of essays and Ignorance of Trees coming next year from Cornerstone Press. He has also edited or co-edited 6 anthologies. He is the recipient of multiple fellowships from the National Endowment of the Arts and the Pennsylvania Council on the Arts. His poems have been published in several anthologies and showcased in various settings, and some of you may have heard Jim's poetry read on Barrett and Keeler, Hurry Home Companion, or Writer's Almanac. Jim's books and films have won numerous awards. So since Jim and Kristen are both here with us today, I thought they might want to just say a few words about their experience here in Chautauqua and with the Writer Center and the Writing Room.
Thank you. Good to be here. It's always great. Second night to be here in Chautauqua. It's been exciting to see the Writers Center evolve over the years. First year I taught here was 1982. So we had children who are now basically adults. It's we've kind of grown up here, our kids grew up here, and we discovered this wonderful place so close to us in Pittsburgh. And one of the things that makes it special for us people writers and the students, because Kristen taught high school, middle school, college, and college for many, many years. And what the people of Chicago bring to the workshop is often a lifetime of interesting experiences that feel trying to write about. We always enjoy both hearing you speak, and I think I talked about this when I talked to the reporter from Chicago Daily. There's a kind of spirit in the workshops here. It's always interesting because you get many levels. So you get someone who looks at the program, and so I've never tried poetry before, so kind of class, and then there's somebody else in the workshop with their own books of poetry. And the difficulty you think it would be hard for that to mesh, but there's the spirit of the workshop and the spirit of Chicago in general, people helping each other out and being part of the community. So that I think a lot of more experienced writers really embrace the younger writers. For me and for everyone, I think. The second thing I noticed about the entry this year is how many writers were taking advantage of the year setting we're all in here. There were a number of poems that focused specifically on Chicago, walking around here. And that's such an important thing for writers to realize that we look closely at poems. So, just like to thank you all for participating in the contest and being here today. Some of you will be in our workshop for sharing your work.
I have a line on hand that it is, I think when I say that Jim and I have judged this contest several times, I can't remember more than a few. And it's noticeable that the writing gets stronger every year. And no matter how many entries there are, every year I see something better and stronger. And kudos to the writers and the work that we're all doing together is actually strengthening the work that everybody is doing individually. That's very clear to me. And so congratulations to Beth Ann and the staff of the Writers Center and the friends of the Writers Center. It's very clear to us that you're doing very good work, and we feel privileged to be among you. Okay, let's get to the winner.
Thank you, Jim and Kristen. Okay, let's get straight to the award. In the prose category, The first award is honorable mention, which goes to Gavin McFadden. Is Gavin, are you here? Am I pronouncing it correctly? McFadden. Great, thank you. Gavin came to this area from Canada 18 years ago and visited Chicago many times. This year he became an ambassador driver, who were some of my favorite people on the road. I always try to say hi or wave or whatever, we really count on him. Gavin wrote that from his first visit, Chicago institutions seemed like that special and safe place for which many of us serve. Writing has always been part of his life. He has been a weekly columnist for a Canadian news outlet, a freelance contributor to various papers in North America, and a contributor of children's stories to the Sunday LA Times. He wrote, "My goal is to continue to write until I get it right. That should keep me busy for the rest of my life." The judge's comment on his piece, this story about a difficult childhood experience strikes a balance between emotion and humor without veering into sentimentality or jokiness. Well done. Thank you, Gavin, for participating. Our second place prose award goes to David Blackmore for reincarnation as a brook trout. And I don't believe David is here. Is he here?
No, he's on too.
He said he probably would not be able to be here. David is from Pittsburgh and has been coming to Chicago since he was a child. His favorite memories are from the summers he spent working with other college students at the Athenaeum and the old St. Elmo Hotel in the 1980s. Currently, David is Associate Professor of English and Writing Coordinator at Chatham University in Pittsburgh, and he's also enrolled in Chatham's Creative Writing MFA program. His recently completed memoir is titled Chemical Works Prose, excerpts from which have been published in several literary journals. The judge's comment on his piece, "I admire the way this writer recounts the death of a parent in terse, clear-eyed, and moving vignettes, each with resonant details that will long stay with the reader." Bravo. So congratulations to David. And finally, our first place, Charles Important Prize, goes to Michael Field for his piece Icarus. And I don't believe Michael is here either. Michael and his wife Lenora have been coming to Chicago from North Carolina for 15 years. Michael writes flash memoir and reflective essays when he's not singing barbershop harmony or traveling. He says his most frequent writing is on Facebook, where he maintains a couple dozen top fan badges with frequent comments. I have no idea what that means. The judge's comment on his piece, this moving, shapely essay employs the powers of both description and metaphor to give the reader an aesthetic, intellectual, and emotional experience. Using the myth of Icarus as well as its resonant details as embodied in the remembered bas relief, the writer evokes the past and makes it meaningful in the present. A real achievement. Congratulations. Now on to our poetry awards, and we will have 3 awarded pieces read at the end. The first honorable mention goes to Suzanne Waters for her poem Lake Beach. And are you here, Suzanne? Welcome. Suzanne divides her time among Brooklyn, New York, Sewickley, Pennsylvania, and Chicago institutions. She recently earned an MFA in Visual Art from Pratt Institute and is a university art historian and teacher. She feels she's been writing poetry in one form or another all her life. The judge's comment on her poem, this rich poem shows how a careful poet can find inspiration in places that others miss. Congratulations to Suzanne. Second place in poetry goes to Lynn Keating for her poem Legacy, and Lynn is here. Lynn is retired after 30 years of service with FEMA, often on the front lines of the disaster response. She was also a freelance writer-producer with an emphasis on social issues, travel, and culture via the lens and thread. I have that right. She was introduced to Chautauqua through her husband, Tom, whose father, Ed Keating, was dating and conference manager for over 15 years. In retirement, Lynn has returned to writing for the joy of discovery with pen in hand to keep her creative force leads her. The judge's comment on her piece, this short poem compresses a lot into just 7 lines, and the last line surprises with its deep emotional resonance. Congratulations to Lynn. And our last award is the first place Mary J. Marion prize in poetry to Anne Wallace for her poem Tendrils, and I don't believe Anne is here. Her parents are here. Great, wonderful. In the audience? You. Oh, hello. It's a pleasure to come. Anne has been coming to Chicago almost every year since 2002, and she was pregnant with her first child, and her parents bought a home on rent. She writes that Chicago is one of those very special, not cemented and beautiful places where learning, creativity, and family all intersect in invigorating ways. The judge's comment on her poem. For close examination, this poem uses the fine, detailed description of a simple lawn through both perspectives of time, how tendrils of memory take us back to more innocent, perhaps naive hopes and dreams. Congratulations. Okay, I think what we will do, oh, by the way, I will mention that we, with the author's permission, print these winning pieces up in the folder that will go into the library, not to be checked out, but which can be read in the library. I mean, issues there for, leave it there for okay, so what I would like to do is to have the readers of the 3 poems come up. Did you want to read a poem by someone else who can read it? You know, and I don't think that dog is a poet. Really. No. Okay, our first reader is Dan Waters.
Hello. Lake Beach. As we drove up and down the hills, we could see in the distance that the water was like sky. Then cautiously, we sidestepped deeply down, and all agreed that this beach felt like the sea without the smell of salt. I went to sit and relax with the sound of the waves. All this clear fresh water, rolling rocks smooth. I had to get up and walk to feel every detail. The wind on my face, the sound of those waves jumbling under my sleepy feet, as I concentrated, intent, on all the muted colors on this empty stretch of water-worn, tree-littered space. Nothing but my fascination with the family, each of them unique. Picking one up and feeling its cool smoothness with my fingers. Christine saying that she had a stone at home, shaped like heart. We kept walking and came to a waterfall. The sound of a thousand pebbles falling. I stayed for a moment, overcome. Walking back, I spotted one round flat stone, the size of my palm, with a pink circle outline. I bent over and picked it up, dropped it in my pocket to put it on my nightstand. We almost didn't go to that beach, because someone said that it was all stone and no sand.
Thank you, Susan. Our second poem is, will be read by the author, Lynn Keating.
I do want to say that we as the Constitution Council has been for all 54 years of our marriage and continuing with our family as the legacy. She was Lady Elegant, my sweet mom, going to town with white kid gloves, her popular father with a Yiddish soul, and mother with her war country secrets, gave my mom a heart of gold. Her shoe size, 7.5, but left elegant 8, just my size.
Thank you, Lynn. Our final reading will be Anne Wallace's poem Tendrils, and will be read by the one and only Norma Reeves.
With Anne's mommy's permission. Candle. I stooped to loosen a thread of wild clover woven tight through my coffee door, and recall the morning I knelt on my small country garden and pulled stretch after stretch of unwanted stem, made room for grass in the barren spaces, my belly 8 months full, pulling at home in the Jersey August heat. I vowed to yank out every last bit. I really coveted the thin tendrils these days. I no longer need a soft surface of kiddie pools, yard toys. My lawn's future is short now, as I walk over the spread and creep of native flowers. But the green threads winding across the earth remain a portal into the summer before motherhood, before I learned that disruption and love equal joy, when I tended my garden with a careful plans and ferocious hope of new parent.
Thank all of you who have supported and participated in and submitted to our writing contest. We hope you all keep writing. There's an awful lot of talent out there, and we always so, thank you, and have a wonderful rest of the afternoon.
Thank you, Anne, for all your hard work organizing.